Okay, so welcome to higher level student assignment. Just an intro or a video here. I'm just going through the brief, right? So we've got bedside alarm clocks, right? Are primarily designed to wake people from their sleep at a particular time. Now they come in analog, alright? Now what does that mean? Okay, it's like something else. So for example, the Lumi body alarm clock as well is digital, and that is also digital. Like it represents, okay, sunlight too. Okay, it represents something else. I know the camera's gone wild there. Digital, so the screen is in digital or electronic. Okay. Or it can represent analog here, like a small clock basically. Can mimic sounds like a rooster. And more recently in smartphone form, so a watch, smartphone. Their shape and form is underpinned by a wide variety of geometry. So we can get ones like this, okay, or simple objects like this. Now, they're available in a range of materials: plastics, woods, metals, etc. And some alarm clocks can be turned off in innovative ways. Alright, maybe a timer. Okay, the phone. Okay, that's about as much as I know at the moment on innovative ways they can get up. Obviously I have to get some to do more on them. Design features of a bedtime alarm clock may include time display, snooze buttons, program and alarm options, i.e. what days you want, or Alexa. That could be going back to innovative ways like speech control, Bluetooth, etc. So etc is key. If you want to get AH1, you've got to be looking at that, etc. So daylight, day/night mimicker, sleep sounds like this one here can program what sounds I have on it. You can get birds on it, goats, train, whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. Now, there are some of the other things there. Alright, cost, target market. What else can you think of to get you to set you above the rest? Now, carry out a design investigation of existing bedside alarm clocks in graphic format. So we're using sketches, pictures, CAD models primarily in our investigation. So there a couple of years ago. That's 2018 on what we're doing there. Now, your investigation should include analysis of physical forms and shapes and geometry. So, like, look at this clock compared to the other one. Look at the difference. Regular versus irregular solids. Also a mix of them. So geometry, angles, alright, sizes as well, materials, right? What are we using in it? Wood, plastic. Why? Innovation, right? So like this one here, innovation. You know, the day-night mimicker. And then again we're going back to our etc. So what can you add in? Add in here. You want to try and get 3 of them. Show graphic, part B. Now part B begins when you do part A. Okay, see what problems you have in part A. Show graphically how you would modify or physically modify a chosen bedside alarm to improve its overall design. Okay, that's part B. Or you could develop and graphically communicate a new concept design, so a new idea. Now it doesn't actually have to work for a bedside alarm based on a selected team or target market. So professionals, teenagers, okay, farming, music, now our outputs. It's part 1, design research and design feature comparison. So in older projects this would have been pre-COVID, this would have been output 1, that would have been output 2, that would have been output 3, 4, 5, okay, and then there would have been the 6th one in there that's out, and that would have been 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have to exploration of the brief and presentation of existing artifacts in graphic format. So look at different models. And see what you learn about them under the headings outlined here. Okay, the brief isn't really about alarm clocks, it's actually about these keywords and how they drive design. So like how geometry, materials, okay, colors, how they drive design. Primary and secondary research. So get physical examples of alarm clocks, and some you can pick from the internet. An example of it there, what we're going at, our design research. Okay, so we can see we're using images and sketches. Okay, sketches. Okay, CAD models. Alright, physical pictures taken by you. Some pictures from the internet. Okay, don't forget to reference any pictures you take from the net. Okay, don't forget to reference them. Now, next part. Select 2 images. Now I would really say 2 objects you've put images of in design research. So essentially you didn't take them from the net, because it makes your life harder otherwise, and you need to illustrate, explain the main design features in each one. So you need to explain and sketch, okay, you should be how to do it. So how the batteries go in, how you turn it on, off, how you turn the time on it, where the sound comes from. You need to physically, you want to be comparing and contrasting those main design features using, okay, suitable freehand sketches and other presentation techniques. So the freehand sketches here, opening mechanism, handle, right, threads. Now you don't have to use all sketches, you can use some SolidWorks in it, but you want to insert the main dimensions, CD. So for example there, this person forgot to put in their dimensions, so they're going to lose marks on that. So some great quality sketching, how they work there, comparing how they work. Now make a decision, compare and contrast, and decide which one is better under each design feature and why. So for example, like this one would be turning off the alarm. Like this one is better turning off the alarm because it's just up and down, whereas this one I have to turn down the volume all over it. So that's why that one is better. Right, choose one artifact and make it part 2. Choose one artifact and make a detailed graphical presentation of this artifact. Pick the simple one, because the one you pick you're going to have to model on SolidWorks. So pick the simple one, make sure it's got a minimum of 5 parts. Now if it has 30 parts, you don't have to make the 30 parts, you actually can't go over 10. And make a detailed graphical presentation of this artifact. So it's got to be freehand sketched, and you include the original. This should include a rendered freehand presentation quality drawing in 3D format. So for example, for you it's output 2. Here we go. Output 2 there, freehand presentation there. So it has a rendered 3D sketch and little notes about how it works and all the parts. Now part 3, a detailed computer model comprising of at least 5 parts but no more than 10 parts. An assembly, a drawing and an e-drawing of the selected artifact. Now you have to have taken this from output 2. You can't do, if that isn't in output 2, you can't model it, and if this isn't above there in your design feature comparison, you can't choose it. And if the 2 in design feature comparison aren't in design research, then you're going to lose marks. So economy of how well you design it. So like, do you do the simple stuff first or last? Simple stuff like fillets should be done last. Design intent, mirrors, fully defined sketches, do these work, the required filing structures will be considered in the marking process. So for example, so here's the filing structure. So we've got 2, 4, 5 part files. That's the minimum you can have. Your dashcam assembly and your your assembly file and your drawing file. Now this person would have lost marks because they didn't have the e-drawing in here. So there's no e-drawing. And what an e-drawing would have been, I'll show you what it is now. So they would have just simply went save as, e-drawing, or they could have went publish e-drawings, you went up there. and then in that folder that I had there, we drawn there. Their e-drawing there. Well, actually, I think they actually had it there. I just didn't have all files selected, but they have an e-drawing. Right. Output 4, detailed orthographic view, so elevation, end elevation, plan view, pictorial view, and exploded views. So, like here, there we go, and it's got a hidden detail. Now, part B, okay, remember part B begins when you start part A. Analysis of brief and graphic illustration of possible solutions. So what was wrong? How is your idea going to improve against existing alarm clocks? And justify your chosen solution with including the following reasons: aesthetics, how it looks; functionality, how it works; and sustainability. Sorry there, you couldn't see that. How it's going to be environmentally friendly. So this is for output 5. And there you see metamorphosis is a good way of coming up with a design to help a team. It doesn't have to be done that way. Now, part 6 is our presentation. So detailed graphical presentation. Illustrate everything about the object before it's made in SolidWorks. This should include a rendered freehand presentation quality drawn in 3D format. So it's much like output 2 all over again. So like output 2, there, this is our output 6. It's a lot like output 2 again. And then output 7. So a CAD model. So it can be a part or an assembly file. Now it doesn't specify a number of parts on it, but I wouldn't be. There's no need to be going over 5 parts, not even 10. There's no need to be going over 5. And 3 would be enough for an assembly, even 2. Okay, keep it simple, keep it smart. And while I might not have said it there in output 3, pick, or for output 2 and output 3, pick the simple one. Look, you can gain as much marks modeling this alarm clock very well with all the detail it's got in it. The wheel, okay, the knurls, the speaker, the labels, okay, for taking out the battery. You can do that with a swept cut. Okay, the lid, you could do the linear pattern here. Alright, the chamfers, the glass. Alright, then there was something else I was going to say there, but I can't really remember it. No, can't remember it. I can get as much marks for doing this really well as doing an extremely complex object very well too. And it's easy to realize which one is the quickest. So keep things simple, right? And so associated hard copies to include appropriate detailed orthographic, rendered pictorial, and photorealistic view to communicate your design. So we've our detailed orthographic views here, and then I'll pick another project there, our photorealistic views. And that's it. Thank you.